Are you unknowingly sabotaging your brain health with the foods you eat every day? The shocking truth is, many common foods can actually harm your brain in ways you'd never expect. Stay tuned to discover the top 9 brain-damaging culprits you need to eliminate from your diet immediately. We all know that a healthy diet is crucial for our overall well-being, but did you know that the foods you consume can have a direct impact on the health and function of your brain? That's right. The brain-gut connection is stronger than you might think, and what you put into your body can either nourish or neglect your most important organ. In this video, we're going to uncover the top 9 foods that can silently sabotage your brain health, backed by scientific research. By understanding which common foods to avoid, you'll be empowered to make smarter choices that support a sharp, healthy mind for life. Let's dive in. Number 1. Trans fats, also known as partially hydrogenated oils, are a type of unsaturated fat that has been chemically altered to have a longer shelf life and a more solid texture. These artificial fats are commonly found in fried foods, baked goods, and processed snacks. Research has consistently shown that the consumption of trans fats can have devastating effects on brain health. A study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that individuals with higher levels of trans fats in their blood had a significantly higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. The mechanism behind this link is thought to be related to the way trans fats interfere with the brain's ability to function properly. Trans fats can increase inflammation, disrupt the integrity of brain cell membranes, and impair the brain's ability to utilize glucose for energy. Over time, these effects can lead to cognitive decline, memory problems, and an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Given the overwhelming evidence against trans fats, it's crucial to eliminate them from your diet as much as possible. Check food labels carefully and avoid any products that contain partially hydrogenated oils or list trans fats as an ingredient. Number 2. Added sugars. The excessive consumption of added sugars, as opposed to natural sugars found in whole foods, can have detrimental effects on brain health. When we consume large amounts of added sugars, it can lead to rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar levels, impairing the brain's ability to function optimally. Research has linked chronic elevated blood sugar levels to inflammation in the brain, which can damage the hippocampus, the region responsible for memory formation and retrieval. Additionally, a diet high in added sugars may increase the risk of developing dementia and Alzheimer's disease, potentially due to the promotion of insulin resistance. To protect your brain health, it's crucial to limit your intake of added sugars and focus on consuming whole, nutrient-dense foods that provide natural sugars, along with other beneficial compounds. Making this simple dietary change can help safeguard your cognitive function and reduce your risk of age-related brain decline. Number 3. Refined carbohydrates. In addition to the dangers posed by added sugars, refined carbohydrates can also have a detrimental impact on brain health. Refined carbs, such as white bread, pasta, and pastries, are stripped of their fiber, vitamins, and minerals during processing, leaving behind just the quickly digestible starch. When we consume refined carbs, they are rapidly broken down and absorbed into the bloodstream, causing a sharp spike in blood sugar levels. This blood sugar roller coaster can lead to a cascade of negative effects on the brain. Constant exposure to these blood sugar fluctuations can promote inflammation, oxidative stress, and insulin resistance, all of which have been linked to cognitive decline and an increased risk of dementia. A study published in the journal Diabetologia found that a diet high in refined carbohydrates was associated with a greater risk of developing mild cognitive impairment and Alzheimer's disease. The researchers believe that the combination of elevated blood sugar levels and decreased insulin sensitivity caused by refined carbs may be a significant contributing factor to brain deterioration over time. Number 4. Alcohol. The consumption of excessive amounts of alcohol can have a profoundly negative impact on brain health. One of the primary ways alcohol damages the brain is through its ability to disrupt the delicate balance of neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that facilitate communication between brain cells. Alcohol can interfere with the production and function of neurotransmitters, leading to impaired cognition, memory issues, and even mood disturbances. Moreover, heavy alcohol consumption can cause direct damage to brain cells, leading to a process known as neurodegeneration. Over time, this can result in the shrinkage of certain brain regions, particularly the frontal lobe and hippocampus, which are critical for higher-order cognitive functions and memory formation. Number 5. Mercury-containing fish. Certain types of fish, such as swordfish, shark, and king mackerel, can be high in mercury, a toxic heavy metal that can accumulate in the brain and cause neurological damage. Research has linked higher mercury exposure to impaired cognitive function, memory loss, and an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Mercury can disrupt the normal functioning of the brain by interfering with neurotransmitters, promoting inflammation, and causing oxidative stress. Over time, these effects can lead to the deterioration of brain structure and cognitive abilities. To minimize your exposure to mercury, it's important to vary your seafood choices and opt for smaller, younger fish that tend to have lower mercury levels like salmon, trout, and sardines. Number 6. Processed meats, such as bacon, sausage, and deli meat, often contain a variety of preservatives and additives, including nitrites and sodium, which have been linked to cognitive decline and an increased risk of dementia. Nitrites, which are used as a preservative in many processed meats, have been shown to interfere with the brain's ability to utilize oxygen effectively. This can lead to a reduction in the brain's energy supply and contribute to the degeneration of brain cells over time. A study published in the journal Neurology found that a higher intake of processed meats was associated with poorer cognitive performance and a faster rate of cognitive decline. Moreover, the high sodium content in many processed meats can also have negative impacts on brain health. Excessive sodium intake has been linked to an increased risk of high blood pressure, which is a well-established risk factor for cognitive impairment and dementia. The combination of preservatives, sodium, and other additives in processed meats can create a perfect storm of brain-damaging compounds. Number 7. Artificial sweeteners. While artificial sweeteners are often touted as a healthier alternative to sugar, they may pose a threat to brain health that shouldn't be overlooked. One concern is their potential to disrupt the gut microbiome, which is intimately linked to brain function. Studies suggest artificial sweeteners can alter gut bacteria composition, contributing to inflammation and oxidative stress in the brain. Additionally, some research has indicated that certain artificial sweeteners, like aspartame, may have direct neurotoxic effects. A study found that aspartame consumption was associated with impaired memory and cognitive function. The exact mechanisms are still being investigated, but the evidence points to the need for caution when it comes to artificial sweeteners. To support your brain, it's best to limit or avoid them and opt for naturally sweet, whole food alternatives instead. Number 8. High-sodium foods. One often overlooked dietary culprit that can harm the brain is high-sodium foods. Foods like canned soups, packaged snacks, and fast food items tend to be loaded with sodium, which can have concerning implications for brain health. The connection lies in the link between high sodium intake and hypertension, or high blood pressure, similar to what mentioned before. When blood pressure is elevated, it can impair blood flow and oxygen delivery to the brain. Over time, this can lead to the deterioration of brain structure and function, potentially compromising cognitive abilities. By limiting your intake of high-sodium processed foods and opting for lower-sodium alternatives, you can help safeguard your brain health and reduce your risk of age-related cognitive decline. Number 9. Monosodium glutamate. The food additive monosodium glutamate, or MSG, is another item that has raised concerns about its potential impact on brain health. This flavor enhancer is commonly found in processed foods, soups, and even some restaurant dishes. While the research on the direct effects of MSG is still ongoing, some studies have suggested it may have the potential to cause neurological issues, such as headaches, and even possess neurotoxic properties in certain cases. The concern is that MSG can overstimulate brain cells, leading to a state of excitotoxicity, which can ultimately result in the damage or death of those cells. This, in turn, can have negative implications for overall brain function and cognitive health. To err on the side of caution, it's advisable to limit your consumption of foods and products containing MSG. Opting for natural whole food alternatives whenever possible can help you avoid exposure to this potentially problematic food additive and support the long-term health of your brain. Now that you know the top 9 foods to steer clear of for optimal brain health, it's time to take action. Go through your pantry and fridge and check for any of these brain-damaging culprits. Are you ready to make the switch to brain-boosting foods instead? We'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments what changes you plan to make to your diet and whether you're surprised by any of the foods on our list. And be sure to check out our other video on the top 10 brain-nourishing superfoods you should be eating every day. Your brain will thank you.